Hello, welcome to Death Arena 2.0. This is a bigger, more intricate version of the first Death Arena game that we put out a couple years ago. So obviously there's plenty more features in the game, as well as more options for possible strategies. And I think I could say confidently that both me and the person recording this took pretty good measures to make sure that that was in order. So, the first thing to talk about here is spawn. The thing is, if you spawn inside the spawn or outside the spawn, there are ladders that take you up here and signs telling you how to get up here, because you'll spawn in this general area, not necessarily inside. Just SMP stuff. But once you get in here, you'll see there are 4 modes, 3 playable game modes. There's the 2v2, which is red and green versus blue and yellow, and so it's a 4-player mode. There's another 4-player mode, which is the 4-player free-for-all, and it's obviously just all 4 players on a pressure plate. And then 3-player free-for-all, which is the same thing once again, but just with 3 players. It's not rocket science. The final mode is spectator mode, which operates the same as in a Hunger Games type map. You can teleport to different players and stuff. Just the general spectator mode in the game that is now in the game. Alright, so other than that, I guess we'll take you to the real map. Alright, this is the spawn, as you can see. You start in these 4 little pits, one of which Fisher's next to. So, yeah, the 4 little pits. To divide the 2v2 mode, if you are in there, I also have these here. We also have these here, signifying this side is the red team, and this side is the blue team, if you're doing a team mode. Other than that, we have 4 major paths with 4 mini area grass patches orienting more towards the color of the person or player there. The middle area actually only has 1 chest, which is a really decked out chest with plenty of really helpful items, including the 2 diamonds. To give more inspiration to run towards and more specific of a thing to fight at. However, if you don't get the middle chest, there's still a high probability that you can win. Other than that, each of the areas each of the paths leading to each of them 4 major areas orient around the look of the area itself, as you can see for yourselves. But what about these 4 areas? Well, this is a more strategy-based PvP map. Each of the 4 major areas, the desert, and the other 3 that I'll be showing later, orient in different major things. The desert specifically is more oriented towards potions and I guess magical effects, or whatever a more proper term would be. So that's what the desert does. Aside from that, each of the major areas also have 5 secret areas, or not 5 secret areas, but multiple secret areas, and then 5 specific special items that are unique to each area. Alright, now on to, I guess, the next area. Alright, so the house area follows the same guidelines as well as all the other areas of each of the special items and many secret chests and whatnot. However, in this area, the common item is more focused on weapons and armor and stuff like that. So it's more of a classical approach to PvP in the house, the broken down house. Next area is the quartz area. Basically, this area is focused on the middle ground of everything. If you want to be somewhat good, like somewhat well equipped, very fast, this is the best area to go to. Most chests are out in the open, very easily claimable, but there's not very many special or really toughing up type items like in the other areas that can be found. So this is more of a person who wants to get defense, wants to be able to defend themselves very quickly. That's the purpose of this area. The final of the four major areas is the prismarine or water area. Half of this is underwater, which slows your movement a lot. But this is the area that focuses on enchantments and on, anvils and stuff like that. More specifically than that, you can find a lot more enchanting books in this area and more pieces of lapis. Pardon me. And so that's what this area specializes in. There's also an above water area right here through the fence gate. If you swim up, you can find the above ground version with the enchanting tables and anvils up here. And then also a place to go down. Now, I'm sure by now you have all noted that there are many areas in between, and that is one of the major features that, are probably shown and listed in the official post on Planet Minecraft. But each of these middle areas also specialize in different things. Each of these middle areas specialize in mainly food, and then aside from that, one specific item that orients around the two areas in between it. So for the first special area, I'm going to let you just glance into this room. Now this is a invisible walkway, but don't think it's too difficult. It's just a very simple puzzle that will solve this very easily. But there's invisible walls. Depending on how you solve the puzzle, you can get through the maze probably about 5-6 seconds. Even if you are just, one of those like hormone enraged, testosterone men who just are like, I'm gonna do it. So it'll still only take maybe 30 seconds. So it's not like a bad maze that everybody dreads. It's just a very simple way to possibly slow you down. Alright, other than that, this specializes on iron ingots that can be used for crafting. Up here, and between the house area and the nether area is this little tree area, which specializes in sticks, which you can use then to craft you can craft the ingots into swords and whatnot. Aside from that, the big... Oh, never mind. I'll get to that in a second. Continuing along the main circle, you can go into the basement of the house. After going into the basement of this house, you come through this little tunnel, and it turns into a little nether area over here, which you probably saw earlier in the distance. And this little nether area also links into the house in the desert area. And what is more oriented in there is on food, and there's actually a special weapon in the nether area that's in a secret location. Alright, the final special area connects both ends of the map. It's this pressure plate on the prismarine place leads you into the little thing I call the God Box, which also has special items. And as you can see, the prismarine block underneath this pressure plate, there's a wooden block under this one, and it teleports you right here in the house area. So you can get across the entire map very easily in that aspect. That final area, the God Box, like I like to call it, is oriented around kind of higher level type food, as well as having its own special item, similar to the nether area. So, For anybody who is interested in downloading the map and didn't find this video on Planet Minecraft, the link will be in the description. Alright. As a final note, I want to point out that the chests are not randomized for a specific reason, and that's because you can learn along with your friends where the secrets are, and you can feel better for the different strategies, get a better feel for different strategies to take to win against your friends. So the map balances out very nicely. You can't go one specific area to win, and it's a lot of fun. In my opinion. I did create it, so I could be wrong, but I hope it at least looks like a lot of fun, convincing enough to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun for 3 to 4 friends wanting more of a strategy-based PvP map, because there really aren't very many of them out there. It's just kind of, you know, you randomly run around, and if you're lucky enough to get the better items, then you kill them. And that's it. This way, everybody's got about an equal chance after they know the map, and before they know the map they still have an equal chance because they don't know the map more than each other. So with that said, I hope you give this map a go, possibly record on your channel if you're into that, and we hope to be hearing from you soon. Thank you.